Did you know Amazon has no phone jobs working in their luxury store? You can do this in your PJs, but first, let's check out the bonus opportunities. Our first bonus opportunity is going to be with Kajabi. Now, if you've never heard of them, they are essentially kind of like Teachable, where they allow you to build courses and start your business on there. But what's cool about them is what they're hiring for, because if we scroll down, we're going to see that they are hiring for a payment operations analyst, and this is going to be a no phones job for all of you that absolutely hate the phones. Now, as a payment operations analyst, it says you're going to reconcile the settlements and chargebacks and disputes to help resolve customer issues. Now, you're going to be the person that is doing the research in the background to see whether or not there is a legitimate dispute or chargeback that has been raised. And it says that you're going to provide that information to the internal teams regarding the payment inquiries and issues. So again, not talking to customers, working in the background, working internally. And I can just about imagine that this is going to be more of a ticketing support role, or this is going to be mostly heavy emails for those of you that enjoy doing that no phone work. So again, if you've ever worked in fraud or any type of risk, this job is going to be for you. And what they're requiring is only to have 2 years experience in customer experience. That's it. Especially if you've worked in any type of payments. I don't care if it's billing support. I don't care if you had to do payment arrangements because you worked in collections. All of that is under the same umbrella. And yes, they're going to provide you with the equipment as well as providing you with the on-the-job training that you need to be successful. But let's get into how much this pays, okay? Because 70 to 94,000 is just the base salary. This doesn't include your equity, which is additional free money, free stock in the company. And this is also on top of the bonus that they give to all of the employees. So I absolutely love that this is going to be something that you can make a lot of money from, but also grow with the equity from the company that they ultimately give you. And they fly you out once a quarter to come into the office so that you can get that in-person collaboration that a lot of people are missing when they work from home. Again, fully remote role anywhere in the US. It's the payment operations analyst. And yes, the resumes are done for you. They are in your portal, paybump.com. Now, one more position that I wanted to bring to your attention that is still hiring is the product support role with Dropbox. Okay. Again, this was one of those jobs that I would love to do. Okay. It says that they use tools such as Slack, Jira, and Zendesk to communicate with users. So for me, that says that we primarily are going to be doing things via ticket or via like chat support. So again, for those of you that have experience in like meeting those KPIs, even if you've worked in a call center, all of that still falls under like the whole KPI umbrella. You need to be applying for this because it says you're going to report issues internally and triage them to the correct team. Okay. This isn't a call center job. And let's get into what it pays because a lot of you didn't know that it paid this much. Zone 2, $74,000 to $100,000. Zone 2 is essentially going to be any city, pretty much all those cities outside of like San Francisco, the Bay Area, outside of New York. So zone 2 could be like Chicago, Austin. Zone 3 would probably be like maybe Charlotte, maybe Atlanta, but you would just have to ask the recruiters. Still, this is a very high paying job for you to be doing internal support. So resumes are done for you. And just a friendly reminder, they are still hiring for a benefits partner for those of you that have ever worked in any type of HR support role. Maybe you've done benefits administration. Maybe you did disability administration. Maybe you did workers' comp. Maybe you did auto and collision. Like all of that falls under benefits, under some type of payouts as it relates to either being injured or taking a leave, anything like that. Again, this is also going to be a high paying 6-figure job. 132 to 179 is what they're paying on top of all of the other things like bonus and equity in the company. And also quick reminder, customer support specialist part-time. This is for those people that are looking for part-time work, and the company is going to be with True Work. Okay. If you've never heard of True Work, work, go and look them up. They do essentially like identity verification for people that are wanting to rent a new apartment or sometimes even getting a new job. So they are an identity support community. And again, this is part-time. They do provide you with the training. It's 6 to 2 p.m., but that's Pacific Standard Time. So that's really more like a 9 to 5 if you are on the East Coast. It's completely work from home and they train you. You can't beat it. So if you were looking for something that was low-key, provides training and equipment, this is what you need to be applying for. Yes, this is already in your portal. Now, before we get into our Amazon opportunity, we've got one more bonus opportunity, and this is going to be with Vimeo. They're kind of like YouTube, but a little bit different. You guys have probably used it at some point. Now, they are hiring for a support specialist role. Now, this position is going to be a part of the enterprise support team, and you're going to handle high-level support issues related to the sales-assisted customers. Now, you may do this via tickets, it might be on the phones, and it might be done via a messaging platform. But if you scroll down here to the bottom, it says that they're essentially looking for someone that has experience with Zendesk or other ticketing systems. So to me, this says that their primary source of communicating with customers is going to be done through Zendesk, through a ticketing platform, because most people don't want to talk on the phone to anybody. So it might be ticketing, it might be chat support. But when it comes to the salary range, yes, they do hire in New York, in the Bay Area, all those different places. And that's going to go up to $41 an hour. And any cities outside of that, they're going to have a range that's going to go up to $37 per hour, depending on, of course, your experience. Now, this is on top of the yearly bonus that you get. And this is on top of the restricted stock units, which is additional free money that you get. That's the equity in the company that you get for being a part of the company. So you absolutely should be applying for this because this is a good high paying ticketing job for all of you that love those types of jobs. Now, for this Amazon role, y'all, I didn't even really know that Amazon was truly into the whole luxury items. But as you can see, they do have that available. So for those of you that like that kind of work, they are hiring for a customer service lead to perform work in the luxury store customer service department. Okay. So for those of you that have ever done any type of leading in customer support, help desk, billing support, any of that stuff, this is going to be a perfect role for you all. Now, this isn't going to be phones. It says you're going to do things like providing coaching to the customer support associates. Okay. You might provide feedback to managers and to ensure that the quality assurance is where it needs to be, right? There may be some times where you would have to escalate or document the process or operational roadblocks that are happening internally. But again, for those of you that have ever done call center support, you've done customer support, you've led a team working in retail, this is absolutely going to be for you. It says a day in the life could be managing the help inbox. A lot of those requests are going to come in the form of tickets or the form of emails. So again, you be the person that kind of manages that inbox to make sure things are being addressed the way they should and under the right SLA. Again, there may be some ticketing that you're going to have to do as it relates to brand and fulfillment teams. A lot of you have had some sort of experience working in fulfillment, so this should be very easy for you to adjust to. But again, I just want to emphasize that when it comes to these jobs, for the most part, there's going to be training. Okay. Amazon's not going to let you just come in and start doing what you want to do. Yes, they're going to provide the equipment to you. They're absolutely going to give you some on the job training, which obviously is going to be done virtually. So make sure when you go through this process, you ask them if this is going to be like a day shift position, if it's going to be evening, will it be overnights? Because Amazon obviously is a 24/7 operation. So there's a lot of room for you to do kind kind of sort of like these more relaxed schedules that aren't just the traditional 9 to 5. Some of you prefer to work over the weekends. Some of you want to work overnight. So make sure you're communicating with the recruiter. There's no reason why you shouldn't be applying for this. They don't require a college degree. All they're saying is, hey, have a high school diploma. So there's no special training that you have to have, no certifications, none of that. So everybody should be applying for this role ASAP, along with the other roles. All the resumes are done for you. Make sure that you're applying for this. And if you've got further questions that you just want more support with, go ahead and get into our private community so that we can help answer some of those questions for you and so that you can have a team of people that are rooting for you. It helps in the job search process. All of you are going to be able to find the roles that you love once you have a strategy and once you have people in your background cheering you on. So don't forget about us in the private community. We'd love to have you because, as I always say, if you stay ready, you never ever have to get ready. Oh, grrr.